Welcome back to Sustainability Ventures, where we explore the real stories behind clean technology and expose what's working and what still needs fixing. Today's topic is one of the most misunderstood pieces of the clean energy puzzle: wind energy. It's marketed as clean, renewable, and environmentally friendly, and in many ways, it truly is. But what most people don't talk about is the impact these giant turbines have on the ecosystems right underneath them. So today, we're breaking down the real environmental cost of wind power, the good, the bad, and the surprisingly complicated. Let's get into it. Wind farms are booming worldwide. Countries are racing to install turbines because they produce zero emissions during operation. They help meet climate targets, they're cheaper than fossil fuels, and communities support clean power. In fact, wind now generates more than 7% of global electricity, and that number is climbing every year. But here's the part you rarely hear in commercials. Wind power is clean, but building a wind farm isn't impact-free. Every wind project changes the environment around it, sometimes in positive ways, sometimes in harmful ones. One of the most discussed issues is wildlife collisions. Birds and bats can be killed by spinning blades, especially migratory species and birds of prey. Most wind developers avoid major migration routes, but mistakes happen. The global estimate? Hundreds of thousands of birds and millions of bats die yearly due to turbines. Bats are particularly vulnerable because they can be killed without even touching the blade due to pressure changes around the turbine. This doesn't mean wind energy is the villain. Even building windows kill far more birds. But the impact on local ecosystems is still meaningful and must be managed. A single wind turbine requires a large cleared area, service roads, transmission lines, and a concrete foundation up to 400 tons. This construction disrupts ecosystems long before the turbine is even spinning. Animals lose habitat, soil and vegetation are disturbed, and roads create noise and vehicle traffic that didn't exist before. For small species like insects, reptiles, and ground-nesting birds, this can dramatically change feeding and breeding patterns. Turbines generate two types of noise: audible whooshing and low-frequency vibrations. Humans might find it annoying, but for wildlife, it's much more. Low-frequency sound can alter hunting behavior, interfere with communication, and push species away from their natural habitat. Some animals relocate entirely, even when the turbine isn't visually close. Noise pollution is an underrated but very real part of wind development. It's important to look at the bigger picture too. Wind energy has major environmental benefits. It reduces air pollution, it cuts carbon emissions, it avoids water pollution from coal plants, and it reduces climate change-driven habitat loss. Climate change is destroying far more ecosystems than wind farms ever will. So yes, wind has local impacts, but globally it prevents far bigger environmental damage. It's important to look at the bigger picture too. Wind energy has major environmental benefits. It reduces air pollution, it cuts carbon emissions, it avoids water pollution from coal plants, and it reduces climate change-driven habitat loss. Climate change is destroying far more ecosystems than wind farms ever will. So yes, wind has local impacts, but globally, it prevents far bigger environmental damage. Ocean turbines. Offshore turbines are even more powerful, and so are their environmental effects. Marine ecosystems experience noise from pile driving, disturbance to fish populations, risks to marine mammals using sonar, and changes in seabed habitat. But there's an interesting twist. Structures underwater act like artificial reefs. Fish populations often increase around turbine bases. So the impact is mixed, disruption at first, but new marine life later. Absolutely, and many innovations are already solving the problems. The most effective solutions include smart radar systems that stop turbines when birds are near, ultrasonic repellents to protect bats, blade designs that are safer for wildlife, underground power lines to reduce habitat fragmentation, and offshore designs that reduce noise during installation. These approaches can cut wildlife deaths by 50 to 80%, and new turbine models are quieter, more compact, and more efficient. Here's the truth. Wind energy is one of the cleanest power sources we have, but it's not impact-free. Does it affect ecosystems? Yes. Does it destroy the planet? No. Wind energy is a trade-off, a complex one. We reduce global pollution and slow climate change, but we must manage local environmental impacts more responsibly. The goal isn't to stop wind power, it's to make it smarter, safer, and more respectful of the wildlife that shares these landscapes with us. If this breakdown helped you understand the real story behind wind power, hit like, subscribe, and share this with someone who supports clean energy. Together, let's build a future where renewable energy protects both the planet and the creatures living on it. Earth, green.